Hey everyone, welcome back to Joy at Work. I hope you're doing fantastic. It's Friday, April 23, 2021, and we're about to get into it again. Again, thanks for subscribers and people who send me messages and ask questions. I appreciate you all. Sorry, I'm dealing with a bit of a cold if I sound a bit funky today, but I'm battling through it regardless of kind of my physical condition. All right. So, what I want to talk about today, Garrett Morgan, in his seminal book, Images of Organization, says that one of the metaphors for organization is psychic prison. It's an interesting metaphor. It's a metaphor that takes us to the mind and says and suggests that for many people, they see the organization as something they are trapped in. So they see their place of work as something entrapping them, something that's keeping them from moving out, something that has them under control, psychic prison. And as I've reflected on that, there's no doubt that for some people, the workplace, or maybe even a lot of people, when I think about it, the workplace is a form of a psychic prison. And yet, I often wonder how many people are trapped in their own thoughts, trapped in their own histories, trapped in the things that have happened in the past, and are stuck or are basically held down by what's happened in the past. In the same way that we can all be victims of our past success, I often wonder how much or how quickly can we become victims of our past failures or victims, period. There's a saying that goes, or a famous, saying that suggests that as we think, so we are. Positive psychology has a bit of a negative association, and sometimes it's referred to as, sometimes pop psychology, because people can get carried away with the notion of positivity and never act like something negative happens and treat everything like it's positive. And I think that's taking it too far. Positive psychology doesn't ignore that difficult things happen or bad things happen, but it does challenge us to actually have more of a positive approach to life and get out of the psychic prison or whatever has us trapped. I find that the way you show up to work, your attitude and view about work will largely influence the way you approach work, right? The Thomas Theorem, if I had to paraphrase, basically says, if we believe something to be real or consider something to be real, true, it's real in its consequences. So if you think that the workplace is a place that is out to get you and there's just nothing positive from going to work, then it's most likely that that will be your experience. And this is not to say that sometimes, or for some people, work is not a great place. And that's why it's important to validate whether your thoughts are right. But what if it just so happens that your image of work is formed or has been brought together based on past experiences, maybe even negative past experiences, and so you're still trapped by what has happened to you in the past, that even though your new environment's different, you can't find it within yourself to recognize that you're in a new place. And this is something that happens to a lot of people in a lot of aspects of life, right? If you were in a relationship in the past and your partner was unfaithful or didn't treat you right, then when you get in a new relationship, you may have trust issues, right? Or if you did a business dealing with somebody in the past and they swindled you, of course, when you have the opportunity for a new business venture with a partner, you'll be very, very cautious. We hang on to those things, especially the negative experiences that we had, and we allow them to a large degree to determine what we do in the future. Part of this is just the way human beings protect themselves, ourselves, right? The stove is hot. I learned that it's hot. I'm not going to go touch it again. So something negative happened. I'm not going to go that path again. But we must be careful that we don't end up locked in a psychic prison. We don't end up in a state where everything's changed. It's a different environment. The context is different, but we're still in an old place because of what happened in the past. The past is very powerful. The past can definitely hold us prisoner if we're not careful. And so, for many who see the organization as a psychic prison, it's important to actually check and test. Is it true? Am I in a place where people are trying to hold me down and tell me what to do and limit my ability to express myself? And if that's the case, and if you have the opportunity to find something different and do something different, you want to do that. But if that's not the case, then it means you need to change the way you think about things. You need to change your attitude. And this is why our thoughts are so important. Our thoughts are so important. It is so easy to become a victim of our own thoughts and then live in this victim space for a while. And, that's not trivializing that things happen to us. Those things do happen. But if there's anything that I believe in and I encourage people to latch on to is focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can control and make a difference in those areas. And then the things that you can't control, well, you know, let someone else take care of that. So good to be with you all again. Remember, get out of that prison, get out of those negative thoughts that have you trapped, and maybe, just maybe, experience joy at work. See you next time. Bye.